All right, so get ready, because we're diving deep today into some celebrity news, and whew, it is juicy.
Oh, yeah.
We've got 2 Nigerian news articles here, all about music icon Tubaba. You might know him better as Two-Face Idibia.
Right.
And the headlines are, something else, Tubaba has publicly announced he's in love with someone new A&D, that he plans to marry her.
Wow.
All while in the middle of divorcing his current wife.
Yeah, that's bold.
It is, and what I find interesting is he didn't just let rumors fly, you know? He went on Instagram and made a whole video about it.
That's true. He really took control of the narrative there.
It really does feel like he's saying straight from the horse's mouth, you know? And I mean, this is Tubaba. We're talking about a legend in Nigerian music.
Absolutely.
He's known for his romantic songs, but also, let's be honest, his personal life keeps the gossip mills turning.
Right. He's a household name in Nigeria.
Oh.
Known as much for his music as his relationship.
Exactly. And in this video, he really addressed all the rumors, especially the ones calling his new love, Natasha Osawaru, a homewrecker.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying she was the reason for the divorce.
There are some strong accusations going around. In one of the articles we have here from Blueprint Newspapers Limited, he passionately defends her. He says, Natasha has been dragged. She has been called all sorts of names. She has been labeled as a homebreaker. She is a young, brilliant, amazing woman, and she had nothing to do with what is happening between me and Annie in our marriage.
So he's really sticking up for her there.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
He is, and this also brings up another fascinating detail. Natasha Osawaru isn't just anyone. She's an Edo State lawmaker.
Oh, wow. So she's a public figure, too.
Exactly. Edo State is in southern Nigeria and has a pretty complex political scene. So this isn't just celebrity gossip anymore.
No, it's got some potential political ramifications, too.
It makes you wonder, does being a public figure, especially a lawmaker, add more pressure to this situation?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Her actions are going to be scrutinized by everyone in the public or constituent.
And Baba is very clear that his relationship with his wife, Annie Idibia, is over. In the article, video, Tubaba plans to get married to the Edo lawmaker Natasha Osawaru. He states, yes, I love her. I want to marry her.
So he's not mincing words.
No, he's not. And then he does something that I found really interesting. Alongside this deeply personal announcement, he also announces a dance challenge.
A dance challenge.
Yep, with a cash prize.
Wow, that's so Tubaba. You know, mixing the serious with the lighthearted.
It makes you wonder, was it a PR move to distract from the controversy or just him being himself?
Hard to say. Maybe a little bit of both. He does love the spotlight.
He does, and this whole thing really raises some questions about fame relationships and how we perceive love in the digital age.
It does. It's a very modern love story playing out in a very public way.
Exactly. And in the next part of our deep dive, we're going to look at the potential consequences of all this for Tubaba, his career, and his relationships. Stay with us. This is a lot to unpack, right? Like, what could the consequences of all this be?
Oh yeah, big time. This isn't just a private matter. You know, this is all playing out very publicly.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder how this will affect his career.
Right? I mean, his music has always been so connected to his personal life.
Yeah, a lot of his most popular songs are about love and relationships and heartbreak.
He's built this whole persona around being a hopeless romantic.
And his fans love him for it, but will they still support him after this?
It's hard to tell. Some might see it as disrespectful to his wife.
While others might applaud his honesty.
Yeah, it's really a question of how much a celebrity's personal life should affect their public image.
And let's not forget the business side of things. What about his brands and sponsors?
Oh, they're definitely watching this closely.
Will they stick with him or distance themselves?
It's a tough call for them. They have to protect their own image.
But also, they don't want to lose out on a big star like Tubaba.
Exactly. It's a delicate balancing act.
So there are career implications, but also, how will this affect his relationship with Annie Idibia?
His current wife.
Yeah, their relationship has always been pretty public, ups and downs and all.
And this definitely throws another wrench in things. Divorce is never easy.
Especially with the added pressure of fame and public scrutiny.
It's like trying to navigate a personal crisis while the whole world is watching.
It's like a real-life soap opera.
But we have to remember that these are real people with real feelings.
It's easy to get caught up in the drama, but there's a human side to all of this.
Absolutely. Behind the headlines, there are people dealing with some very real pain and emotions.
So is Tubaba's declaration a path to true happiness or a recipe for disaster?
We don't know.
Yeah.
Is he bravely following his heart or falling into the pitfalls of fame?
Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. This story is far from over.
There are a lot of unanswered questions, and we'll continue to follow this as it unfolds.
And as we head into the final part of this deep dive, we want you to think about the bigger picture. What does this story say about modern relationships, celebrity culture, and love in the age of social media? It's amazing how this very public declaration has really started this whole conversation about relationships, celebrity, in the age of social media.
It's true. It's like we're watching this social experiment play out in real time, seeing all the complications and the contradictions of his life.
And he's not trying to hide anything. He's laying it all out there. So is this a choice or just what it means to be famous these days?
That's the question, isn't it? It's almost impossible to separate the two these days. Social media has made everything so public, especially for someone like Dubaba, His lyrics are so personal.
Yeah, his fans feel like they really know him. So this makes me think about how we see love now in the digital age. Is it all about grand gestures like this? Or is it about something quieter, more private?
That's a good point. Social media definitely changes how we see love and relationships. We're always looking at these perfect versions of people's lives. It's easy to compare and forget that every relationship has problems, even the famous ones.
Right. And imagine the pressure for celebrities like him. They have to look a certain way while also trying to be themselves.
It's like walking a tightrope.
Especially now with the divorce and the new relationship. The stakes are so high for him.
Everything he does is going to be analyzed and debated.
Which leads to the question of, when does public interest become an invasion of privacy? Where do we draw that line?
Right. Are we part of the problem by following all this celebrity news?
It's something to think about. Dubaba's story has made us talk about how relationships are changing the power of social media and how love works when you're famous.
It's an important conversation. And as we finish up our deep dive here, we have more questions than answers.
That's not always a bad thing, though, is it?
No, it makes us think critically about what we're seeing and how we all play a role in these narratives around celebrities and relationships.
Dubaba's story shows us that love is complicated, life is messy, and sometimes even with all social media and instant news, some things just need time to happen naturally.
Exactly. Whether he finds happiness with Natasha or this is just another chapter in his love life, we'll be here to analyze it all.
And we hope you'll be here with us. Until next time, keep asking those questions and keep exploring life, love, and everything in between.
Please ensure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you next time.